Well, it's that time again. Time for me to talk about horror films. I'll tell you what always annoys me the most about a bad film. That's wasted potential. Where a film could have gone one way, and it would have at least been interesting. Giving you something to capture your imagination and think about the concept. But instead it just went down a predictable and boring road. Well, let's talk about Look Away. Look Away is a 2018 horror film with the original title Behind the Glass. The film was written and directed by Asaf Bernstein. The film's about a teenage girl called Maria with social problems and a father who's a plastic surgeon. Oh, and her mother takes a lot of pills and sleeps a lot. According to Wikipedia, she's depressed. But I don't really get that from the film. She just seems to take a lot of pills and sleep a lot. So she's basically got a junkie mother and a overtaxed father. Okay, that's an interesting enough setup. Her school life, she gets bullied, apparently for being ugly. Don't really see that, but apparently she's ugly, I guess, or something. Oh, and she wants to fuck her only friend's boyfriend, which isn't great for her situation, really. But she's too meek to actually go for it. Anyway, one day she finds a sonogram behind a mirror of a pair of twins in a womb, and she starts hearing a voice in the mirror called Irma. Maria backwards. It's very creative, I know. Anyway, when the big inciting incident happens, the big Carrie moment, and that's at a prom again, but instead of pig's blood on a stage, no. She gets dragged out onto the ice because for some reason they're on an ice ring. It's really weird, and I don't like that, because why would you put a bunch of kids on an ice ring? Especially if it's at a prom. Someone's going to sneak alcohol in there, so you're going to give them all literal blades attached to their feet. That's not smart. Anyway, she gets dragged out onto the ice, and her friend is like, nah, don't go help her to her boyfriend, because she was kind of kissing her friend's boyfriend. Anyway, at that point she runs home crying because she feels betrayed, and she says to Mirror Bitch, "Hey, take my place." And then they swap, and it turns into a pretty shitty slasher film. Like, they're not even creative kills, which I find really irritating. You could have gone at least creative with it. But it just turns into a slasher film, and then she decides to kill her dad because, turns out the dad's actually just an evil bloke who who habitually cheats on his wife and murdered the twin at the beginning. He threw the fucking baby out into the snow, so it's not given some leeway where he could have been a technically good or bad character. No, he's just an evil piece of shit that kills babies. Feel good about it. At the end of the film is Irma lying in bed next to old mother. I know, a shocker. She's still lying in bed. I think we see like 3 scenes where she's not lying in bed. It's ridiculous. Anyway, the drug addict's mother is lying in bed. Irma lies on one side, and then in the mirror on the ceiling, because you got to have a mirror on the ceiling. As the fans swap around, they swap sides, and it ends with a shot of them all together. Isn't that nice? Irma, Maria, and the drug addict mother lying in a bed together, and then the film ends. In my mind, the main failure of the film was developing the concept. I'm pretty sure it's just some bullshit supernatural stuff, and I think that's dumb. I really think that's fucking stupid. You could have done something interesting. You could have gone down the route of mental illness. Maria's actually just developed a split personality to try to deal with her life as it is. Her mother is a distant drug addict. That's got to be pretty hard on her. Her father is working all the time, and she doesn't view herself as being right. She doesn't like the way she looks, she doesn't like the way she is. So developing the split personality would make perfect sense. And I liked it. I think that could have been really interesting. and then have the actual inciting incident being the point where her personality literally splits, so she could then split at any point. And I think that could have been a lot more interesting. Totally removing any sympathies for the father, I think, is really stupid. Why would you do that? Why would you completely remove any possible sympathies for him? At one point, he offers her plastic surgery, and I think you could have done that in two very different ways. You could have said, that's evil, that's heartless, or, which is what they did, or you could have tried to be sympathetic about it and show the fact that that's how this father thinks. It's made very obvious that he's a perfectionist in the film. So, he doesn't quite understand that she doesn't like the way she looks, so he thinks, oh, that's perfect, I'm a plastic surgeon, I can offer to make her look the way she wants to look. I don't think that's reprehensible. I think that's stupid and kind of insulting. But from his perspective, I can see why he might think, hey, that's a good thing, that's a nice thing for me to offer. It's something that everyone comes to him every day for, so he's going to offer to try do it for her, to try help her. It's kind of twisted, but it's almost the closest he comes to actually being fatherly in the film. And then just having the straight up cheating stuff is kind of dumb. Why not go for something where she misinterprets a very clingy patient? Because then you could actually have that kind of ambiguity to it, rather than just going straight up, oh yeah, no, he's cheating on his wife. He bad. Kill him. Bad man. Good. Kill. Oh yeah, and the killing the baby thing, that's dumb as well. Make it a, you know, they could have removed the entire, like, oh, kill the baby subplot. Because that just, it's not even a subplot, it's literally just a moment they kind of flash by. Oh, is a baby and he kills it. Is why? Make it more about the characters that are here now, not just he killed baby in past, that's why mother drug addict. Sure, stick with them being a twin. Have it be a miscarriage. Have it be something dramatically wrong with the child, not that it's slightly deformed, not that it's deformed. And then the baby has to die, or it just dies naturally. Don't make it he kills it. It's just stupid. Anyway, when she has her breakdown and she swaps with the twin, you could still have that there, but I just really think it's stupid having the having it actually be magic. Make it more about a split personality, like I was saying before, and maybe add a bit more build-up. Because once they swap, she basically straight away goes to being a very sexual character, and it's kind of creepy. But anyway, she goes around and she starts taking revenge on people, and that's fine. Take revenge on people, that makes sense. And I can see why she might do that. If this is the split of the personality that feels like it's being taken advantage of and wants revenge, let that personality have revenge. The bully makes sense. Let it be the bully. You know? That's fine. But build it up. Build it up. Don't just have it. Bully gets killed. Then friend gets killed. Then woman gets killed. You know? Sorry, what was it? Bully gets killed. Then friend gets killed. Then friend's boyfriend gets killed. It's just, why kill everybody for no reason? Oh, and then father gets killed. Change it. Add a couple more things in. Show how this personality differs from Maria in different ways. Maria's a very meek character, so have this character being a lot more outgoing. The revenge stuff is fine. Have the bully get revenge on, but then make Irma, if you really want to call her that, make her the villain of the film. Introduce more interesting ways. So bully dies, perfect. After this, maybe have a go for another random person, something like semi-justifiable, like oh, I don't know. What would be a good idea for that? Someone who hit her car, or something. Someone who tripped her up. Someone who did something to her. It's semi-justifiable. It's not quite right, but then don't have her kill them. Have them do something to them to get revenge. You know, something. I think what would be interesting as well is if she went after the woman that was trying to sleep with her father, but it turns out that she never actually slept with her father. it was just a misunderstanding. Have stuff like that, make it more ambiguous. Don't just make it, her does she seek revenge with Magic Girl, because that is boring, honestly. And she's grossed, it's almost 10 minutes of rambling. There's a lot of interesting things you could do with a mental illness character, rather than just having ghost deformed baby. There's a lot of interesting things you could do with a mental illness being the main villain of the film, rather than it being the ghost of a deformed baby. You know? Honestly, I've watched the film a few times now, and I'm still not sure who I side with overall. I'm just kind of apathetic to the entire film. And that's honestly the worst thing you could do with a horror film. Just not care. She's just a crazy bitch running around killing people because she has a weird sense of justice about it, I guess. It's not even that. She just, you know, she wants to kill people because they did her wrong in her mind. I mean, what the fuck did half of them do? Oh, and there's no real progression to it. She just starts killing. Just kills, you know. And the first kill she does is fucking brutal. She beats him to death with a fucking bat. I mean, that's pretty fucked up. So we don't get this nice sense of progression, where, I don't know, it could be an accidental killing first. Wouldn't that be a lot more interesting, you know? Like, she kills her best friend at one point by when she slides and snaps her neck, while they're ice skating together. Why not make that the first one? Don't have it being as dumb as it is, by the way. It's a really fucking stupid death scene. I mean, watch this. See? She just kind of chases her around in a circle and looks menacing at her, and then the girl decides to trip and smash her neck into a fucking pavement. It's ridiculous. There's a lot of ways you could have made it interesting. If you had that death being the first one, well, it could have easily been an accident. Change it a little bit. You know, she's angry at her, so she knocks her over or something, and then she falls and snaps her neck. And then that side of her personality gets a taste for the killing. And you get all these, like, shots of Maria in the mirror, like, screaming at her. And it's real fucking dumb. There's a lot of ways I'd change the film, but I don't have creative control. It's not my vision. Whatever. You know? Anyway, that's kind of everything I have to say on the film. It was kind of rambly. If you've watched it, tell me what you thought below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.